Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid-October 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Libras. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic this Libra season. Shuffle it up here one time, my guides. Talk to me. What do we have for my beautiful friends in their season? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra. And while we get this first card out, of course, I have to wish you all a very happy birthday from me to you. So whether it's just passed, whether it's coming up, I hope you have a fabulous, fantastic birthday. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for my friends? Okay, lots of thinking here, huh? Lots of thinking, lots of memories, letters, communication, lots of stuff happening with this card. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot going on here. Intuitively, this card is like hitting me in my intuition more than it normally does. There's a lot of reflection as well. So I feel like there's a lot of nuance and layers that we're going to see in this reading this week, Libra. But before we really dive into that too much, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So we see this lovely lady in the blue dress. She has her eyes closed. She's holding on to that locket. There's like a baby doll. There's letters. So of course there's a lot of things that indicate memories in the past in this card. But to me, it just felt like someone who has a lot on their mind, a lot of things they're thinking about, a lot of things they're trying to think through. So in this time, and I know as an air sign, Libras are very active mentally. So there might be certain situations that you're deconstructing. Like, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Is this the right move? How do I proceed from here? But another big thing with this card, with all the letters here and the reflection, is somebody wanting to speak or communicate or send a message. So for a lot of Libras in the coming days and weeks, communication is very important. Okay, in one form or another, whether you're waiting on it, whether you're wanting to give it or receive it. So we'll see what's up. Okay, as we move throughout the reading. I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote, but it feels complex to me. Like there's a lot of internal energy happening here. Let's get into tarot. And yes, we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright before the intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time and see what's going on for my Libras here in their birthday season, my guides. Talk to me. What's up with my friends? And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was a tough one last week, I'll be honest with you. It was titled, They Are a Mess. Okay, and there were multiple areas within the spread itself that were indicating somebody going through something difficult. So it could be you, it could be someone you're connected to, it could be both of you. But there was some difficulties, right? I was seeing like 5 of Pentacles energy. I was getting like a solitude. So we're going to hope for something more optimistic this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards. What do we got here for Libra, please? In their birthday season, my gods. Okay. Lots going on internally. It makes sense. Look who we got. Look who comes out to play. Very similar to what I'm feeling here with this Oracle card. We got the Queen of Cups in position number 1. One of the most in-depth internal cards there are. Okay. Like whether it is thought-based or whether it's feelings. Wow. Okay. Let's get you a couple more and we'll really start breaking this down. A lot going on the inside, my friends, with somebody. Okay, we got the World here in the center. Okay, chapters, close of chapters, things like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. We are in the time of your birthday season, which does mean moving into a new cycle. Although the world could be endings, that's not necessarily like complete, total end of story type of endings. It's just moving into a new chapter. Okay. 6 of Cups, a card of the past. So a lot of the things we were picking up in the Oracle card are showing up. And I feel like I need to pull you a bonus as well. I don't ever do that. I only pull it if it pops. So I feel like you need a bonus. Let me get a bonus for Libra, please. Okay. Yeah, progressing. Trying to move forward. We have the 6 of Swords here. So Libra, let's talk about this. A lot of complex energy, a lot of powerful energy. Let's go through and I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. So at first look, first glance, as I already mentioned in the front end when we had this card, all the stuff we were talking about is somewhat being mirrored here within the spread itself. We have double cup energy on the sides. That's emotions. We have swords as a bonus. That's the mind. So there is a lot of internal energy happening here. Okay, there's links to the past. There's links to memories. There's links to cycles and karma. So we're going to really want to break through this like nice and easy to build this story out, really suss it out, see what's happening. But position number 1, we have the Queen of Cups. So this could represent a water sign that you're connected to. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, gender doesn't matter. It's just the energy of it. And whenever I see queens in a tarot spread, they're different than the kings. Whereas kings represent control of the suit, queens represent the inner manifestations of it. They all represent the internal world in one way or another. And the Queen of Cups is that of the cups. So love, emotion, feelings, creativity, artistry. It's generally a very beautiful, loving, nurturing, caring type of energy. It's extremely feminine, but it's also motherly in a way. Like there's a lot of care. Okay, so there could be someone or something you care quite deeply about, or vice versa. Maybe there's someone or something that cares quite deeply for you. But the downside that I have to say with this Queen of Cups is that she is prone to silence. The Queen of Cups is prone to repression, keeping things in until they eventually bubble up, right? Like that's her thing. Like I won't say it's secrecy, but there's a quietness to the Queen of Cups. So we need to see what's up. Moving to the center, we have a very, very powerful, dense card. We have the World. Now, for those of you that are very familiar with the tarot deck and the Fool's Journey, the World represents the end of the Fool's Journey. It's the last of the major arcana. So obviously this could represent endings, closings, the close of a cycle, beginning of a new. I link this very similar to the Death card, like turn the page, like onto another page. So it's not a be-all, end-all, but of course it could represent the ending or a close. And I find it interesting that it shows up in your birthday season because literally you're about to start another solar revelation or revolution. So this is like moving into another chapter of your life, which can be very good. Now, the World is also very spiritual. Right? There's the symbolism of the archangels all over the place. It's metamorphosis. It represents change. But this is also one of the more powerful karmic cards as well. And as you know, if you watch tarot, Lady Justice, your card for Libra, is very much linked to karma. So we could even say the same for the Six of Cups, which is coming up next, because there's a lot of karmic archetypes showing up. Double sixes. Watch out for the number signs and synchronicities because we have the Six of Cups, Six of Swords right next to it. But this is my big card of history. This could be representing a very important soul connection, someone that you are very closely and deeply tied to, right? It doesn't just have to be romantic. This could be someone that you grew up with. This could be a child. This could be a family member, a very good friend. But of course, it could be romantic. There's that deep emotional connection. And with the way this has laid out and seeing what we saw here in the beginning, it makes sense with what we're seeing. Now, you might be more prone in this time to be a little more sentimental. This is a card of sentimentality. This is a card of thinking about the past. You might be thinking about your youth. You might be thinking about things that have already elapsed. You could be taking many walks down memory lane when we have the Six of Cups. So we'll want to see whether this is a person or something else, but it is also slightly karmic, and especially next to a card like the World. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Six of Swords. This does speak about improvement, coming out of the choppy waters into the smooth, cool, calm, collected waters. So for a lot of you, this could be good, slow, steady improvement showing up with the cards we're seeing here and this. So it's like going on that journey, making those improvements little by little. So Libra, I want to dive deeper on all of this stuff. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for my Libras, please. My guides and spirit team. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Cups. Yeah, I'm picking up a big sentimental type of energy. There's very deep feelings here. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Cups time. What is this Queen of Cups about? Thank you. Page of Cups. Okay. Yeah, there is communication coming. And I feel like it's coming quick. I don't feel like this is coming like as soft as the cards would indicate to us. I'll be honest with you here, Libra. Hold on, let me get her fixed. I don't want to knock her out of placement. So we have the Page of Cups underneath the Queen of Cups. Very similar energies, except this Page of Cups is expressing its feelings, and it is a card of communications, actions, and moving forward. So when we see it underneath the card of the Queen of Cups, it is someone speaking their emotions and letting it out. If you're waiting on a communication or you want to have one, Spirit is saying this is a very good thing that we're feeling here. But intuitively, it does, to me, feel like emotions bubbling up. All right, like, yes, there's no fire here. We do have powerful cards next to it. But when I get the Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, it could also be like an offer or an emotional offer of some kind. But to me, it feels like somebody feeling something so intensely for so long that eventually it just bubbles up, bubbles up, bubbles up as an emotional eruption or explosion. Okay, not necessarily in a bad way, but feeling something so intensely that it just bubbles up and you have to release it one way or another. So yes, it's either that, the emotional eruption or explosion, or a talk, an important talk. Let's keep moving over to the world. Let's not get hung up here. Once again, so much internal energy all over the place. So let's see what the world has to say. So why is the world here for Libra? If you feel, you might feel like you need to speak your piece, or this could be someone that feels like they need to speak their piece about something. Okay, so we do have the Knight of Cups in reverse underneath this world. Yeah, this isn't sitting right with somebody. Okay, not to say that your emotions aren't sitting right with somebody, but the result of something, or how something elapsed, how something went down, it feels like somebody has a bone to pick with it. When we have this Knight of Cups in reverse, for a portion of you, it could have been like some trouble or endings in the romance realm. But what I'm seeing here is a lot of emotional power. Okay, I don't feel like these are permanent types of energies I'm picking up. When I get the Knight of Cups in reverse, it's like these are totally opposite energies, whereas this one, they feel something so strong that they can't hold it down and it comes up one way or another. With this Knight of Cups underneath the world, somebody's not happy, somebody could be angry, upset, or mad, but they're not saying anything about it. Like, they don't like how something went down, they don't like how something ended, they don't like the result of it, but they're not saying nothing about it, and you might not hear about that for whatever reason. That's just the vibe I'm picking up. Okay, so of course, this could be an emotional ending of some sort, or everything I already listed, but to me, there could be somebody that's in their feelings, upset, angry, mad, and it's the opposite of this front, okay? Two people handling something differently. So let's keep pushing forward. I don't want to get hung up here. It is what it is. So let's see why that Six of Cups is in the mix. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Six of Cups here for Libra? Guides and Spirit Team. That came out super, super quick. Okay, we have the Emperor in the upright underneath the Six of Cups. So we have Aries energy showing up here. This could be some sort of connection to the divine masculine, older male figure, authority figure, of course. The Emperor is a big card of control. Okay, so for a lot of you, if this could absolutely be a person that's showing up here on the back end. But when I see this Emperor, I feel like a lot of you, it's the hardest thing to say. You might want to repeat something or go back to the glory days of some kind. Like, that's an energy I'm picking up here on the back end. Like, you have hope that something will be as good as it once was. I mean, only take that if it hits. Obviously, it doesn't have to be you. This could represent somebody else with the Six of Cups and the Emperor. It's like, okay, no, it could go back to that. It could get controlled. Like, it can be as good as it once was. Like, that's the vibe I'm picking up here intuitively. Obviously, only take it if it hits. But there's optimism here on the back end. Okay, so like, what a mixed bag of energies we have going on here. Now, for a portion of you, it doesn't have to just represent that. You might be thinking about a father figure of yours. You might be thinking about like having memories, thoughts. You know, there's a lot of sentimentality here. And we do have a father figure, we have a mother figure, we have a child figure. Like, we kind of have like a family showing up here as well, Libra. So now in this time, family could be very important. So we have so many different things. It doesn't just have to be romance. And that's what the beauty of tarot is. It could be everything, it could be nothing, right? So let's go through and do a quick little recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, so much internal energy throughout this whole entire spread. But position number one, before we move further, We have the Queen of Cups with the Page of Cups in the upright. We have almost the whole entire Cups family. The only thing we're missing is the King of Cups, Kyle of Cups himself. But here in the front end, I do feel like this could either be an emotional talk that you want to have. You might want to get something off your chest. Maybe somebody wants to say something to you or have a communication. Absolutely. But the thing I'm picking up here is someone feeling something. There's so much intense emotion and sentimentality, and it builds up, builds up, builds up, builds up until somebody can't hold it in any longer, and there's that emotional eruption or explosion. Not in a bad way, right? It comes out. Moving to the center, this energy is handled in a completely different way, whereas this one is much more expressive. This one here in the center is like, okay, well, it happened. Like, all right, that happened. Nothing I could do about it now, so I'm not going to speak my piece about it. Nothing I could do about it now, so what use are my feelings now? Like, that's the vibe I'm picking up. So sure, it could be an emotional ending. I was picking that up, but I'm also getting the vibe of someone being a little angry, possibly a little bitter here, and not speaking about it. Moving to the back end, we have the Six of Cups with the Emperor in the upright. Could be representative of a father figure here, feeling very sentimental, thinking back about it. But I was getting an optimism where someone's like, all right, I want to relive the glory days, or we could bring it back to the way it used to be, or that could be relived in one way or another, or recreated. So there's an optimism there, whether it's yours or somebody else's. So please take a screenshot. We're going to get you a shadow card now. Super interesting this week, Libra. So let's see what's going on in the shadows for my friends. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice thing to do. Whether it's something within you, whether it's something you don't quite see, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. So let's see what's in the shadows for Libra. Gods and Spirit team. And yes, if you've made it to this far in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link down in the comments. This will be the last week where new members will get a personal spread with their membership from me. So I'll think up other things for the future. But yeah, please, don't feel pressured, obviously. But check it out if you want. Let's get a shadow card. Nice and quick, thank you. Okay, Queen of Wands. So we have so many people, so many individuals here. There could be something about self-confidence showing up here in the shadows with the Queen of Wands. If not, it is representative of fire sign energy when we have the Queen of Wands, so Aries, Leo, Sag. But to her, she is somebody that has confidence in her decisions, confidence in herself, confidence in the actions and moves that she's made. So there could be certain things happening right now that you may be second guessing. If that's not the case, the Queen of Wands could be Spirit telling you to be confident, be bold, step into this Queen of Wands energy, feel beautiful, feel sexy, all that stuff, because this is an extremely confident type of energy, one that funnels its power and puts it in the right places. So you might need to put your energy and put your powers towards moving forward with something. So that's a really nice one. Just stay confident in yourself. That's a big thing. So Libra, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the September subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for October, I'll be going back to one of the classics. I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of the most beautiful decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments if there's a zodiac sign that you clash with. If so, which signs do you kind of bump heads with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of October, your name will be announced in the community tab, my friends. As always, much love, and I'll see you next time.